Today, we're breaking down one of the most misunderstood fundamentals in boxing, rhythm and timing. Now, a lot of boxers think you create speed with your hands, but elite boxers create speed with their rhythm. Now, when we talk rhythm in relation to boxing, it's not about music, it's not about dancing, it's about a pattern. It's about movement in a particular pattern over and over and over again. So for example, transferring your weight from left to right, that is a particular rhythm. Now that rhythm hasn't got to be with your offense only, it could be with your defense. But what's very important for us to grasp and understand is that in boxing, rhythm is moving in a particular pattern over and over again, continuously. You might see Alexander Usyk box AJ and it's left, right, or you might watch Manny Pacquiao punch in the bag and it's ba 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 over and over again, continuously, the same pattern over and over again. Now, that's what rhythm is. So how does rhythm and timing work together? How does it work together in boxing? Now, timing is just your rhythm applied to an opponent. For example, my rhythm might be left, right, 1, 2, 1, 2. So my timing will be when I strike my opponent on that particular rhythm. 1, 2, 1, 2. That's how I've timed the punch in that particular rhythm. My opponent attacks me and I'm slipping it in my rhythm, ba, 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 ba. So rhythm is the flow and timing is the execution of the technique, whether defensive or offensive. Now, when you're working in a particular rhythm, you're not guessing, you're flowing. Your body already knows because you know the beat. You just have to follow through and execute it. So if your rhythm is going to dictate your timing for offense and defense, what happens when a boxer doesn't have rhythm? Now, when a boxer doesn't have rhythm, their body is disconnected. So everything is working separately. So you might be more clumsy, you won't have good footwork, your hands might drop, nothing is uniform. When you box, everything needs to be uniform. Your body's moving rhythmically together. So when you haven't got rhythm, everything is disconnected. And in fact, when you see most errors that a boxer makes in professional boxing, it might be later on towards the end of the fight when they're more fatigued and the errors aren't coming from technical inability, but rather the errors come from them losing their rhythm. There's been a disruption in their flow, and that's how the faults come. Dropping your hands, twisting your feet, stepping wrong, just being in the wrong guard. Like you've caught a shot, but now you're forgetting the left is going to come after the right. So it's bat, but when you haven't got a rhythm, it's bat, and you forgot that this is coming, you're not flowing together, you get caught out. That's how there's a breakdown in your rhythm. How do elite fighters use rhythm to control their opponents? Let's look at Crawford, Usyk and Pacquiao. What you're doing is that you set a rhythm, but then you break it, and that catches your opponent down. So we'll start with Alexander Usyk. Now his rhythm is simple. It's ba, 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 ba. So he's slipping, transferring the weight. The opponent gets used to this, but then he adjusts the rhythm. He breaks the rhythm with an attack. So it might be left, right. Now instead of going to the left, he might step forward, 1, 2, roll, escape. So he breaks the rhythm. Once he's almost hypnotized you in that rhythm. It's like a melody. It's like he's put you to sleep with that rhythm, but then he breaks it and attacks you. That's how Alexander Usyk manages to beat guys much bigger than him, because he's boxing rhythmically, but he's so good in his rhythm. He could do left, right, 1, 2, left, right, step back, duck. He's able to change what he's doing within the rhythm. So the rhythm is predictable, but the movement isn't, because from one moment he could be slipping, from one moment he's attacking, stepping back, ducking, retreating, anything. When you look at somebody like Crawford, we watched Crawford versus Sean Porter. Now when Crawford boxed Sean Porter Sean Porter's also very good at dictating rhythm when he fights. So he's moving his head, but Sean Porter dictates rhythm by moving his head, and Crawford dictates rhythm by moving his feet, changing stance. So he was able to change stance, which now makes Sean Porter or his opponent have to worry about the angle of the attack. And when they worry about the angle of attack, Crawford already landed his shots. So Crawford is also dipping down and also filling you out, because the rhythm hasn't got to be in left, right, left, right. Rhythm could be like touch, touch. I'm touching you. I'm feeling my opponent now. There's a rhythm to what I'm doing. But then I switch stance, which is a switch of angle. And a switch of angle at a fast pace can completely, momentarily disrupt your opponent, because they have to reassess where you are. And then you've attacked and you've got them. That's how Crawford does it. Now, when you look at a fighter like Manny Pacquiao is very connected. His feet and hands together is in, out, pendulum step, in, out, in, out, in, out. So Manny Pacquiao is a high tempo, rhythmic fighter. And what Manny Pacquiao tends to do is step in and out at various paces. But when he attacks, he ups the tempo and he attacks with speed. So he might be in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, So with Manny Pacquiao, with the way that he's dictating the fight with his rhythm, it's also about his finesse and his execution. So that's why when you see Manny Pacquiao attacking the heavy bags, it's he keeps doing the same rhythm because he's practicing the execution. Because the more fluid that you can throw the combination on the bags with that rhythm, of course, when you're gonna fight, it's gonna come out so fast because your brain is moving in sync with your body now. The beat is ba 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 ba, and your body is release, 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 release. The better your body is going to understand that rhythm is, the faster your hands are going to flow. And it's obviously going to be harder for your opponent to be able to see where the attack is coming from, because he's stepping in, he's stepping out, he's stepping in, he's stepping out. Then it's high, low, 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 high. It's very hard for his opponent to be able to catch the shots. And that's how Manny Pacquiao often breaks down opponents via using his offense. And that's why when you saw him box Joshua Clottey at welterweight and Clottey just refused to engage, it was hard for Pacquiao to open him up, because Pacquiao needs him to be able to get hit, and then he will try to find the gaps, and then Pacquiao would change levels in his rhythm. But when Joshua Clottey didn't commit and he stayed tight, Pacquiao found it almost impossible to do what he was doing. Now, the way Manny Pacquiao throws his combination punches is via his rhythm. His rhythm allows him to flow his combination punches with a lot better execution. So I'm going to show you, and I'm going to explain to you how you're going to punch like Manny Pacquiao in your combinations. Now, throwing good combinations isn't about memory. You haven't memorized and then you just execute it as fast as you can. No, your brain knows the beat, and it allows your body to just flow with it. You're following the beat. So ba 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 ba, rather than saying jab jab cross as hard as you can, you're kind of hypnotizing your body. So it's not your conscious mind. It kind of becomes your subconscious. Because you know the beat. You're not thinking jab jab cross. It's just ba 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 ba. And the more you're gonna listen, this might sound like some bro science, but I'm telling you, this is legit. And this is how you're gonna allow your body to just flow, because you don't want it to be a conscious choice of what you're doing. And now if you say jab jab cross, it becomes too conscious. But if you make it ba 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 ba, it's a rhythm, it's a flow, it's more, it's not innate, because of course you're telling yourself to do it, but it feels like it's so much more of a natural bodily process, because it's rhythm. Our whole body operates on rhythm, on flow. So if you want to get really good combination punches, of course you're going to have to learn the proper execution and technique of every single punch. But then after that, it comes down to rhythm. It comes down to high, high, low, low, high, high. It's rhythm. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. So to train your rhythm, there's 3 ways. There's many different ways. There's 3 boxing related ways and 2 boxing training methods that I'll explain to you. So the three boxing method ways is shadowboxing, bag work, and footwork drills. Now when you're shadowboxing, that's going to be that's the best way, because I told you shadowboxing isn't a warm-up. Shadowboxing is the main part of your boxing training. Now when you're shadowboxing to develop your rhythm, now it's about throwing basic combinations repetitively. Ba 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 ba, step. Ba 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 ba, step. Ba 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 ba, step. So the more you're throwing at 1 2 1 2 step, you're practicing your rhythm. After you throw your combination, you might do 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 4 dips. 1 2 1 2. You're practicing your body moving together. You have to repetitively keep doing this, and then you're going to find combinations that work well with you, and you're going to keep practicing those rhythmic punches, and that's just literally how you're going to develop. You're going to develop it. When to learn boxing, you have to learn in motion. So the more you do it, the more you repeat it, is the better you understand what I'm explaining, and the better you'll be able to perform it. So when you're shadowboxing, you're literally going to improve just by doing it. Your rhythm can be in your punches, it can be in your defense, it can be in your foot movement. The second way is on the bags. Now with the bags, you're doing the exact same thing you're doing in shadowboxing, but hitting an object. So the reason why pad work is good to work on your rhythm, but isn't as good, because you're not dictating what happens. Your coach is dictating. So when you have good rhythm, you're going to be able to flow with it. But when you're practicing your rhythm, it's better for you to be able to dictate what you're going to do. So on a punch bag, you could do ba 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 ba, roll and escape, left right, ba 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 ba, roll and escape, left right, and keep practicing there. Keep trying to be in the same melody. Sometimes you might be in front of the bag and you're just dipping down, look, slip, slip, roll, slip, slip, catch, roll. It's all in that same rhythm. So I'm on the bag and I'm visualizing those shots coming towards me, and I'm defending them and I'm attacking. And that's the way in which you're going to work your rhythm on the punch bag. Now, when it comes to footwork drills, you could be doing drills step, like steps. You could step forward, step backwards, pivot. Step forward, step backwards, pivot. Slow step forwards, slow step backwards, fast pivot. Fast step backwards, fast step forwards, pivot slow. You need to change the tempo and direction you're moving in, because that's going to help you to offset your opponent. So you're going to be stepping in, stepping out, stepping in, stepping out. You might throw combinations, pivot. You're going to, again, as I'm saying to you, you work the rhythm by moving rhythmically. There's no secret antidote, I can tell you, other than practicing over and over and again, but in a particular fashion. We're trying to move rhythmically. So there's no point in you moving and saying you're working your footwork, because you're not. But it's back, 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 pivot. Move in your rhythm so you can box in your rhythm. Now, that's going to help you train your rhythm just in general, but to train your rhythm in a more practical sense that can directly be translated to boxing, we're going to do this. You might do ba ba, ba ba, then ba ba ba, ba ba, ba ba ba. So, did you know what I was throwing just then? Because ba ba, off the bat, is usually going to be a 1-2, because it's off the bat. It's 1-2, it's off the bat. It's not going to be 2-3 or 3-4, because off the bat you're usually going to start with a jab. So ba ba, that's 1-2, ba ba, that's 1-2, then ba ba ba, 1-2-3, ba ba ba, 1-2-3, ba ba. You see how it's the same rhythm, but I'm adding or deducting a punch. So you're going to keep it like that, keep working in the rhythm. And now let's add defense. Ba ba, ba ba, ba ba ba. 1-2, 1-2-3, 1-2, 1-2-3, and you keep changing it, You might do fake baba, fake baba. So you have to do realistic combinations, realistic movements for when you're going to fight. So even when you're training your rhythm on the punch bag or shadowboxing, and you can do that in an impractical way, but what would be better is if you did that in a practical way. So when you're doing these combinations in a practical fashion, you're going to have already gone over and over and over. So even when we're doing like shadowboxing, bag work and footwork drills, you might get a ladder, and on the ladder you might be step in, step out, step in, step out, step in, step out, 1 1 1 1, for example. And that way when you're doing practical rounds and you might be shadowboxing or hitting the bag, you're literally just repeating what you've done over and over again. The more you repeat one single set skill, the better you'll be at that set skill. In boxing, rhythm and timing aren't abstract ideas, they're motor patterns built through repetition. Two of the simplest tools of developing those patterns are the speed bag and skipping rope. The speed bag trains clinical hand rhythm. The bag rebounds in a predictable sequence, so your hands must strike, recover, and strike again on the consistent beats. That repetition builds coordination between your shoulders, elbows, wrists, and eyes. Over time, your nervous system starts finding a fixed tempo, which is the same skill you rely on when you let combinations flow without thinking. Skipping develops full body rhythm. Your feet, wrist, posture and breathing all sync to a steady cadence. Each jump is a timing cue. Your body learns to maintain balance while moving at a controlled pace, how to adjust tempo and how to stay relaxed under repetitive motion. The same qualities that allow you to move around your opponent smoothly and punch in rhythm. Both tools look simple, but they train the same foundation. Consistent beats, controlled tempo, and an automatic rhythm that carries into real boxing. Footwork combinations and defensive movement. If you want to look fast and flow in the boxing ring, everything is rhythm and timing. Speed is rhythm. Timing is rhythm. Combination punches is rhythm. Boxing is rhythm. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, share it to someone who you think might enjoy this, might learn from this. Drop me a little comment what you enjoyed watching this. Anything you didn't understand, let me know. I'll break it down for you. Anything you want to learn further, comment and I'll break it down for you even more. If you're local and you're in the Forest Gate, London area, hit up Regal Boxing Gym in Forest Gate, London, and I'll teach you real boxing.